Hey everybody, it's Mike from Fishing the Mid-South, and once again we are going to be using Trilene Big Game 50-pound mono, and we're going to be testing the dropper loop knot. And so far I've tested it with 6 turns, I've tested it with 4 turns, I've tested it with 8 turns, and now we're going to test it with 10 turns. So those are 10 half twists or 5 complete twists. And the problem is that the standard knot is 6 twists or 3 full twists that everybody uses, and the strength was just not there. So that's why I tried a 4, a 6, and an 8, or a 4 and an 8, and now a 10 to see if I can get improvement. So far, no bueno. But here we go. We're going to go with test number 1, see what happens there. 36.2. This is actually getting promising. Not for 50-pound mono, but still. It's better than I've had so far. Okay, so let's look at the pieces and the parts in it. Again, failed right at the dropper loop knot. The knot itself decided that it was going to take leave of its senses. We'll get the rubber band off of that one. And go through my pit of despair here and grab another pre-tied rig. We're going to do 5 of these and see what we can come up with, because these dropper loops are used as part of the Kentucky rig or double dropper or single dropper, whatever. A lot of this is used in the catfishing community as well as, like I said, saltwater and anywhere where you're going to use live bait pretty much, or cut bait. So let's go with test number 2. $33.4. And the gauge stopped moving slightly before it broke. I think I was probably starting to slip on the knot. I've had a couple of the knots that actually slipped. I would be surprised though with 10 twist if it did that. But anyway, that's if you saw the change there. Either it was stretching or something and then finally popped. But that is what happened there. It wasn't that there's a delay in the audio. That was real time. Okay, so we'll pull back and we'll get things set up for pull number 3. Zero it out, and here we go. £40 even. Another thing I am watching on these is the hooks, because I want to make sure that my hooks are going to withstand this. Now this did have a little bit of bend in it. Of course it came back just as it should. So, I mean, we know the hooks are going to bend some, have a little flex in them, right? Especially if we start pulling it heavy loads. And that one actually, so there's my, let's see if I can, yeah, okay, so that one actually failed at the swivel. And these have been using mostly Trilene knots. Surprising that it failed at the swivel. Normally, when it fails at the swivel, I'll just invalidate the test, but that one so far is still stronger than the other 2 before it that broke at the knot, so I'll leave that in as being fair. So here's test pull number 4. That was terrible. 24.7. Absolutely terrible. So, my swivel went one way and my hook went the other. So I'm not sure what broke where. Oh, there's my hook. So the hook is bare. And This one apparently never. Okay. I really don't know what happened because I have 5 rigs tied. I've done 4. Oh, this was the 4th test. Okay, so this is the 5th one. Okay. I just never put a hook on the 5th one. We'll fix that right here now. So the hook was bare on that one, which means that either the knot failed at the dropper loop, or it failed right here at the where it meets the hook, which is probably the more likely of them because the strength is so much lower than what we had seen previously. Let me find another rubber band real quick. So I'm thinking that this one was probably failed right here at where the hitch knot attaches it. I wish I knew where the other end of the rig was so I can validate that. Check the bone pile over here and see if there's anything that would substantiate my thought. I don't see it. It went flying and I don't see it on the floor.
What?
Oh, actually I do see it on the floor. And it is exactly what I expected. It broke where the hitch knot goes around the hook. So 24.7, I expected this to always be a weak spot. I actually expected that would be the weak spot every time. So put this as a hitch failure. Okay, and now test number 5, zero it out, no tension, and pulley. 25.8, and it did the exact same thing. See there, the hook broke at the hitch knot. Now, see if I can find that hook real quick. I'm sure I'll find my stuff on it. I am curious about that because I pulled it out of the bone pile and it could have possibly been the same hook that I used from the previous knot, because remember that one did not have a hook already on it. So it's possible, there's a chance, and actually probably a fairly likely chance, that he used the same hook, and that hook could be the problem. Anyway, our results, we'll go over them real quickly, and this was also a hitch failure. So on the 10 turns, we had 36.2, 33.4, 40.0, and then 2 abysmal ones at 24.7 and 25.8. So if we skip those out of there, we're looking at, I don't know, 36, 37 pound strength, which is still far below what I would like to have. So there's more testing to do on these dropper loops to find something that will work. Anyway, there is a playlist on my channel showing how to tie knots, and there's also a playlist on all the knot strength test videos. If you like this kind of stuff, please like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. We'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.